Thank you so much. In fact, we were discussing whether we should continue with this panel discussion or not after so many interesting panel discussions. So I was just joking. I hope like we would be able to bring some diverse and unique perspective over here. So we all know it's a fast-paced and hyper commercial and hyper competitive world. So how quality works? Is it just a checkbox? No, it's a mindset and attitude. So mindset was said by previous panelists also. You also said about the mindset, which is very true and we all agree with it. And today, with these set of panelists, we'll try to evolve a discussion around quality and see that how it not only brings the business excellence, but how it helps to evolve brand loyalty, customer trust, and long success. And why I'm emphasizing on long success over here, because good percentage of companies nowadays we don't see them after, or we see them only for less than 10 years, and that's quite a good percentage. So quality and long-term success also works hand in hand. So here we have a brilliant set of panelists over here who come from diverse industry verticals. They are industry leaders. They walk and walk. So they are actually driving their organization transformation and innovation through the quality culture framework. So let's dive in. So Mr. Harishankar. First question, sorry, to Mr. Manohar.
No worries.
So Mr. Manohar, you come from the hospitality services, right? Which is so customer conscious, right? And so quality conscious, right? So first question to you is that in your view, what does quality improvement truly mean in today's business world, especially beyond the usual process and audits?
Well, thank you so much for asking these questions. Generally, all of us in this room, we may travel, stay in hotels, different groups, different needs. So for me, in my opinion, everyone's needs are different. So what we do at Marriott, when I say a Marriott is a global company. So every customers need to understand that what is the requirement of his, in terms of experience, why he is there. So we curate the personalized service. So when I talk about audit, keeps coming. But when I say as a Marriott, we have a structured approach. For example, we have chatbots. Before you came into hotel, we get to know your purpose. Based on that, we can plan your experiences. So make it more personalized to enhance the quality, to have that memorable experience throughout the hotel. And it's a data driven. So a lot of AI interference, which helps us. Even in future, anywhere in the world you can stay in hotel, we get to know your history as internal, purpose, so that we know what went wrong, how to correct that.
So basically you're talking about data-driven, personalized.
Personalized. And third, very important in terms of way forward and audit, is that, the teamwork and collaboration along with the continuous learning. So it's a continuous journey. I can't say it's one day we have done it, but in service industry is every single day. And that's how, is life. It's every day, every moment. Maybe I am as a guest, I am in a different mood, but my associate who is serving to maybe 1,000 guests per day, imagine in one shift, how many meals he serves, how many beds he makes. So his mood is also equally important. Not last but the least, I would like to say, he is equally important as a customer. If he is happy, he will deliver. So in Marriott we talk about, if we make our people happy, they will do better things. They will make people happy. So it is all about, ladies and gentlemen, serving to ladies and gentlemen, no more slaves. So that's how is the industry. And that will eventually affect to a NPS, what we just heard about it. So ITR, NPS, definitely it's a customer centric.
So you're talking about continuous journey.
Continuous journey.
That is very important for your industry. So how do you see continuous quality improvement initiatives directly influencing customer satisfaction and loyalty in your industry?
Yeah, I mean, when I say as a Marriott, so all of us maybe know Marriott is the world's largest company in hotels. We have 8,000 plus hotels. 32 brands across the globe. So when I say loyalty, if you're happy, you will definitely go back to a brand. As I said earlier, if I'm happy, I will go back to brand, but my needs may be different. If I want to go to a budgeted hotel, I have a budgeted. If I want to go to a luxury, I have a Ritz-Carlton, St. Regis, a Renaissance, JW Marriott's, all of that. So when I say loyalty, my overall in company, 50% plus the members, the guests, they are from loyalty. That means they are happy. That means 200 millions of loyalty members. 7,100 associates make every day their day to impact, to improve their quality of life through delivering their best to ensure every guest is happy. No doubt it's a business, it's a human who is serving humans. Mistake can happen, but if I'm happy, I will go back. So when I say loyalty program, you become a member, you stay in hotel, you get more points, more benefit to you as well as the hotel. So win-win for both of us. And 32 brands across the globe, it's fantastic.
Happy customer is what you target for.
So stay more, be more, spend more, win more. That's how, the overall, I would say the cycle in terms of loyalty.
Thank you so much.
Yes.
Thank you for your perspective. So coming to you, Mr. Saroj, you come from a very quality critical industry, pharma.
Yes.
Right. So your perspective is really very important for us over here. So how can quality improvement be aligned with strategic business goals and not just seen as an operational task, especially in your industry, right?
Yeah, thank you. Thank you for nice questions. Before starting this, I just want to introduce myself. I am Saroj Kumar Jana. I am working currently with VJ Bioscience. So this is the company for the cell and gene therapy product, recently new domain. Previously, I have total of 21 year of experience with different biopharma industry like Biocon Biologics and followed by the Dr. Reddy Biologics and Cipla and Wakad. So I have a rich year of the biopharma industry experience in quality assurance. So product domain I handle my side is insulin, glargine vertical, biosimilar monoclonal antibody like rituximab, abasogimab, trastuzumab, and first US FDA approved Biocon Biologics product. So is it pegfilgrastim is a anti-cancer neutropenic drugs. So the process of what exactly the questions, the quality improvement by the design, it is something is our regulation. So if you look out in the pharmaceutical discussion already happened prior. So pharmaceutical is working with the regulation. So our quality by design is already written guideline is ICH already says by our previous panelist. So this is the quality by design one guideline is ICH defined. So in this is something ICH Q8. So in this the ICH Q8 is defined the systematic development of the product. So day one, once I develop the product, so the product will do the all phases. So it is something the toxicological phases is a preclinical stage, then followed by the clinical stage is a human study, and followed by the commercialization. So in this particular stage, so a lot of technical data come into the picture, product development. So the now same way FDA also putting into that some idea, EMA putting into the idea. So once the company want to develop a product, so they do the strategy first. So the strategy is that to which country I target. So target like if I develop the product like India, so I need to be follow CDAC rule. It is biosimilar pathway. So this is something the product is called our CDA. So I have a guideline for how to going ahead of the clinical, preclinical, all these things. So if I go into the Europe and US, so there is another way of requirement is a little more stringent. So that stringent requirement come from the FDA perspective. So it is the something biological license application. So BLA. So for that, our first target to the develop a product, and the product development is a very big story. So once develop the product, so you inject to the animal. So the animal study is safety study. So if animal is not die and all these things, you do the some study like antibody test something. So that test you did, then confirming that our product is safe to use for the patient. So there is a group of patient, known patient. Maybe one of our colleague, also clinical trial person, also in the last panel. So they are the hospital involved there. So you hire the patient. So this patient also not educated, so make them educated. So there is again guideline GCP, good clinical practice. So how to hire the patient. So patient also come, stay with the hospital. There is something government body to be approved, because you cannot be hire the patient directly to the going there, here your diabetes, please come to my insulin study. It is impossible. So they have some agreement. So the agreement, something happens, so there is a penalty. So all the rule regulation embedded in our quality improvement program. So once this clinical study done, their database, again our data is analysis done by the AI tool or something now. Earlier it is something as a source tool. So you are using the data statistical analysis. So out of all 200%, all the data what is coming from that, this data is satisfactory. Then you have DCJs to give the approval to us to launch the product in the commercialization. So it's a big journey to ICHQ 8, 9, 10. 9 is the risk assessment. A lot of discussion come about the risk. So the risk assessment design in our product itself is a guideline. So by default, all pharmaceutical industries should follow this ICHQ 9. The 10 is something as a continuous improvement part. That is something as a escalation and top to bottom, bottom to top. And do the risk assessment and prepared kappa. Everything should track through this ICHQ 10. So this is the completely embedded into our product. So the pharmaceutical product wise, what is the tablet, capsule, biosimilar development is more stringent. Then now my rule is cell and gene therapy rule. So there is a completely new domain. Now this domain is India, maybe all company now jump on it. Now recently Dr. Reddy also started, and Bharat Biotech also started. This is the new company started, Vijay Bioscience. They are earlier the IT business. IT is imaging technology, not this. They are already working with us on all scanning of airport scanning machine. This is the 30-year-old company. They are come up with this business, and this is something completely the IT-BT type concept. So they are come up with the something as a gene therapy is completely database driven. Personalized therapy come in picture. So they are also targeting personalized therapy, and the collaboration with the some US hospital and India hospital. So they are working now in the cell gene therapy. At a very early stage, you are in greenfield. So our manufacturing unit under construction.
All these controls, rules, regulations helps you to bring customer delight.
See, it is something customer may not be not know this, what is the rule biopharmaceutical or pharmaceutical industry.
End product would be.
End product is something our value and vision. So first of all, our label claim, a lot of discussion come here. Label is something visible. There is something written that the safety of the product, concentration of the product. These are something customer know that, and that should be taken care by the doctor. So mostly our first customer is the doctor. Second customer is the patient. So doctor should be prescribed right medicine, because of the dose also important here. Yes, I can say directly customer in the small molecule field, dolo and all is okay to say the patient is the end customer, but pharmaceutical industry end customer is not directly is a patient. Biosimilar industry, doctor is our first customer, hospital is our first customer, then the second customer is the satisfaction level. There is a one thing is pharmacovigilance. So there is another big department, or lot of IT company also have that department. They are helping us to be the taking the patient data and sending to us. So that is the customer.
So coming to this point now, customer delight, right?
Yes, everything
so,
our end.
So how important is quality-driven culture in ensuring sustainability and customer delight? Coming to this question, as culture eats strategy for breakfast.
This is a nice maybe jargon. Culture eat strategy for breakfast. So it is a good jargon. I just listened this jargon a lot of conference, and I try to digest, do a lot of Google, be honest. And this is something not to be the saying as a consulting way. It is a very truth. All the discussion happen, but based on this jargon. What am I understanding of the from morning to till fourth panel discussion. So this is something what my understanding is here. How, one example, I am sitting here, I am imagining the map to reach to Kashmir. I imagine, but I don't have a vehicle how to go. So vehicle is our culture. So something, if you do strategy, the strategy cannot be work without culture. So that is something the meaning. And the culture also another three things. Our value, vision, and employee engagement and tradition. So again, this is something very value, vision, also big dialogue. So when the value come, vision come, that is something about the mindset, engagement. I think a lot of discussion happen. I'm bringing to same thing to pharmaceutical industry perspective. See, pharmaceutical industry perspective, when you start entering to the company, to start the company of for the pharma and biosimilar product. So yes, it is need very big strategy because of big investment, big investor discussion, lot of things need to do. That and there is something strategy also maybe during strategy stage without reaching to the culture, product may not be reached to the market. Reasonably the competitor come. Now GLP-1, lot of people may be hard. So now insulin is something may not be needed. So these are the few things come into the strategy also fail. But it is something the jargon point of view, culture nothing but the mindset. And when the culture is good, strategy also poor, the company is sustained. But strategy is big, culture is nothing, this company is nothing. So this is something my interpretation.
Yeah,
Thank you.
it goes hand in hand. Thank you so much. So coming to you, Mr. Rajkumar now, you are heading MMR Godrej, working as quality head for MMR Godrej Properties. So with emerging technologies like AI, automation and analytics, how is the quality landscape evolving in the real estate sector, or something more you want to talk about?
Yeah, sure. Before that, I would like to introduce that I am Rajkumar Jogdankar. I am in this industry from past 21 years and catering to the construction industry, which again you must be knowing that in construction industry there are multiple multidisciplinary industries as well. Be it like one of my colleague or panel member, he is one of our end user like hotel industry. Before getting the final hotel, the look and feel of the hotel, like today we are also sitting here. So from the barrel land to constructing and getting into the high-end interior work, so that look and feel also that matters to the end user and the people who are entering into the hotels. So likewise data center industry, which is nowadays day by day in India, at least a data center become a hub. From Singapore, now India is going to be a huge hub, at least APAC region. So working with that, because data center is always considered as a mission critical project, because one mistake can lead to catastrophic issues at the server level, and end of the day it going to impact individual people like us. Like you must have heard, like there was a crash in the Meta and all our WhatsApp and Facebook were not working for a moment. So eventually the doer, I think in one of the panel discussion also, one thing which came out very nicely, that doer plays a vital role. And since I am from the construction industry, catering to the real estate now, like I have been to the companies like Tata's World and now Godrej World, first and foremost safeguarding their brand value, which is 100+ year brand value, because which carries a trust. So that is something like we as a quality custodian, we play a vital role. Because you as a customer, you see what's in me while buying a land or buying an apartment from the Godrej or Tata or many other organization which is into real estate. So coming to the specific question, construction industry still, because I have been listening the industry veteran from pharmaceutical, automobile and many other manufacturing industries and services industry, they are pretty well on the quality 4.0 or industry 4.0. But construction industry, we are lagging behind. We still don't understand the difference between the digitization and digitalization, because still we fill the checklist and we upload in the app and we say we are digitalize our system, but it's we are making a mockery of the system, to be very honest.
This was the reason to put this question to you, because we have heard the perspectives from all other sectors, but real estate was one I think will be
correct. And
everybody will be interested.
And I want to touch upon how how this generation, because this is like a mix of Gen Z generation, right? So they are very impatient. They will not like wait for they will work in companies for till their retirement. They want a quick benefit. So quick benefit in terms of they know that how at least I have experience with the Gen Z generation, because they are very particular and they are very curious to know that how it happens. because we always say that there is a national building code which says that so and so clause says that we have to meet this requirement. Then Gen Z generation will say, okay, we'll follow, but what is the objective of following it? So very nicely put by the new generation, and which actually gives a very different perspective to think and change this aspect.
Do you have anything where you can predict or actually predict some defects or fix them before they occur? So that is one thing which I was trying to think,
Yeah.
looking at so much of chaos in the real estate industry. That question is really very interesting for us.
Yeah, sure. I'll answer that, but before that, real estate is facing a lot of challenges, because whenever we building any apartment or any unit or high end or luxury or mid segment, the moment we buy the land, our cost is fixed. Only we have a scope to play with the cost is a construction cost. Even we have a new technology, we are very particular about whether we can spend that money, because we already sold our apartment with certain cost per square feet rupees cost. Okay, if I add certain technology into that which comes with the cost, then my cost on the unit will go high. So we have to complement, as a quality we always believe in fit for purpose, fit for whether it is meeting the requirement or not. Very basic definition of the quality, meeting requirement or not. So on the compliance aspect on the quality in real estate is best example is that how our structure where we are living is going to sustain for next 60 years or 70 years. So the durability aspect we check with the there is a tool which is called as a maturity test, okay, which actually analyze the thermal fluctuation of the concrete. Concrete eventually creates a heat of hydration, and based on that we arrive at the strength, whether that is meeting the compressive and tensile strength. But nowadays, still we are crushing the cubes and defining the concrete strength. And there were certain questions asked by many people that concrete is already casted and you are casting the cube and putting into water, how you are correlating the real value. And this is what, like, today we are getting into AI and ML, where actually we are getting a real-time value to understand the structural integrity, whether the structure is really performing as per the design intent or not.
Okay. So how do you see it forthcoming in next 5 years? Like we can understand it's not that developed as of now.
Yeah.
You're not investing that much.
Right.
And Godrej being a premier company in real estate, we can understand about competitors as well. But how do you think things will evolve in next 5 years?
Yeah, so on digitalization aspect, there are many things to do, but I think one of the panel member also mentioned that it can only enhance our productivity, it can only make our smartness to deal with that issue, and but eventually human intervention is required. But yes, how many of you are aware that Godrej is the first organization who did 3D printed villa in Pune? So that we take a pride, because without human intervention, we constructed a G+1 villa with 3D printing, and obviously with one of our technology partner. So that we take a pride, and that's very much available in Pune. If you wish to see that, we are happy to take with that. Yeah.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for your perspective. So coming to you, Mr. Anil, you are handling quality as General Manager in Balkrishna Industries, basically in manufacturing.
Yes.
Right. So what are the most common challenges organizations or your organization face while implementing quality improvement, and how can you overcome
I
them?
think first of all, let me introduce my company. Most you have seen was the IPL here. BKT has sponsored, I think, 6 to 7 teams in IPL. So why BKT? What BKT is? It is first of all, Narendra Modi is vocal for local. Okay? So we are a local company who are doing business of exporting our off-highway tires 80%. And that is why we are not much recognized in Indian market. And off-highway tires, what I mean is not automotive tires. It is agriculture sector, mining sector, port application, construction, and all that business. We are exporting tires to more than 160 countries. And what we are talking is one thing I will tell you. So in India, we have got 5 tire plants. 2 are in Aurangabad, one is in Gujarat, is in Bhuj, and 2 are near Delhi. So, first of all, we are making 3,500 SKUs in the plant, tire plants. I think no one must have heard that 3,500 SKUs any tire company can make, single tire company. Now all these export tires are going abroad, and we are spending in rupees and earning in dollars. So we are 22% Y-on-Y for last 15 years. And that is why we are expanding day by day. Secondly, our Bhuj plant is the biggest single location plant in the world. We are investing around 900 acres of land, and we are making tires there. If you go to the tire plant, it's a mall, it is not a plant. You can see nothing is, no noise pollution, no air pollution, and tomorrow we are making 700 tons of tires. So that is the, innovation, automation, all these things will come in future, what we have done already implemented. As a part of backward integration, we have got our own carbon manufacturing plant in Bhuj only. We don't take any carbon from outside. Secondly, last 10 years, we did not take a single unit of power from Gujarat government. We have got own power plant. We are manufacturing and making our own power. So there are so many activities we are doing. But coming to the basic point, 2-3 key pointers. Number one, we have not copied any plant, any industry. Because in 1998, when we started the off-highway tires, we were the only company in India. And today, many companies are trying to copy BKT. So, we are also, I think in 98 onwards, we started making tires for the European market. A lot of European customers started coming to us, asked for tire manufacturing. We made tires for them. Even we made tires for the Michelin also. So that is the significance of quality, the establishment, it has gone.
Since BKT is a role model, what are the best practices or success stories can you share?
Yeah, first of all, I will talk on your quality, because there are so many things as a business concern. At BKT, quality is a business. Let us tell you very clearly. We have heard so many things about BKT, quality, but at BKT, how we follow this? Number one, in BKT, quality is top-down driven. Right from our CMD onwards, up to the workman, quality, quality and quality. Number two, in any operation of any plant you go, operator is the first man of quality. Quality assurance, quality control, technology, they all come afterwards. And we have put this culture in years together, and we are now successful. If you go to any plant, I don't go with the customer. Our operator explains everything. What is the product, what is the quality, how we are maintaining this. This is the first principle we have put in the plant. Because it is the operator who is working for 8 hours and 10 hours there, not me. I will go and help them, support them, guide them. We are working for quality improvements. So this is the main thing about the BKT.
So you follow the bottom-down approach.
Yes.
So what is your success? Like, how do you instill that quality culture or quality mindset in that operator person who may not be as qualified or as conscious as you or other people may be?
Okay. Now, one more thing I will tell you. In BKT, we are working with 80% contractual work, who are working through contractors. And when they come inside, they are seeing everything is black. But there are 1,000 components running. So first and foremost is training. We induct them through a proper training cell, and then we take them on to production. So this is the first challenge. Now, first point is, we are 100% believer of training and education to our workforce. This is the first point. Second point is, we are hand-to-hand, shoulder-to-shoulder working with them. We are not fault finders. Even if the person has made mistake, we come and educate them. And we make them aware what effect it will make in the market, in the tire. And he understands well. We give the token of appreciation to the person who catches the mistake of his own and allows the tire to be of quality product. Every day we are doing this. We are not waiting for a month or the year. That is the second thing we are doing. Third thing is, every day there is a classroom session, there is soft floor session on workmen. where if any deviation happened during the tea time, we ask them to sit down, take the tea, and we explain to them what effect makes, how you can make it better. I mean, that kind of culture we have integrated into BKT plants, all plants of BKT.
So how do you stand in terms of your competitors, quality?
Of course, today, after so many years of working, today we are number 3 in global level.
Number 3.
Yeah.
Wow. Congratulations.
And one more thing I will tell you, just for the audience sitting here, before 6 months, we have started one more vertical, that in PCR and TBR. Now we are coming with passenger car radial and truck bus radial. The new vertical is starting, again it is Bhuj only. So another 200 acres of land we have purchased. It is now 1,000 acre land at Bhuj.
I would only say keep making in Indian rupees and keep earning dollars. That's
Yes.
good for us.
And one more thing, we don't make and sell. First we sell and then we make.
Okay. Good catch. Okay. So coming to Mr. Harishankar now, you come from a very data intensive industries, which is because you work as a VP customer experience for Future Generally India Insurance Company, right, which is so data intensive, so quality conscious companies. So in your experience, what are the key metrics or KPIs that organizations should track to measure both quality improvement and its impact on customer experience?
Thank you, Avita. It was a pleasure listening to all of you, as soaking into all the wisdom. So coming to the end, it will be a challenge to add more wisdom after so many people having spoken their minds out freely. But let me try. First of all, about the company I am from, Future Generali. It's a parent company. Generali is like almost 190 years plus, close to 2 centuries of experience in offering insurance across the world, and a leading global insurer. Our value is really to empower the customers to provide things which are required for the communities, and to be able to really meet their needs. Now, talking about KPIs, different industries of course would have different natures of KPIs, key performance indicator. Even before I share maybe 4 or 5 examples, and which would like sound that what is new about it, we also do the same. One important aspect is how do you really make the KPI not to become a friction against its own goal. So many a times you design the KPI that going higher, faster, and so reaching a number will be best. But say a KPI is on 100%, you can't go beyond 100%. Or say a KPI is for 6 sigma, you cannot go beyond that 3 defects in a million or whatever defects. So you have to be careful that is it really serving the purpose that it was designed for. That is, at the heart, are people doing the things which is required to meet the KPI, or it becomes another mad rush. Like you cannot have 0 complaints or so. So some of the KPIs, I mean, coming from the first company that I was working at and which I really enjoyed when I was working at a junior level, was continuous improvements, and which is the concept of Japanese Kaizen. So if you can have some KPI around measuring the number of improvements that everyone in the workplace is doing, collating, like earlier, one of the things my colleague, friend Ankit from a peer industry, Bajaj Alliance, was talking about alerts, like you encourage alerts rather than discouraging. So if you can track, and we used to do that in a way called Pragati in Wipro. So if you can keep logging all the small improvements, they add up. And you have the culture of people really doing that. Second, any KPI that you talk about, you cannot have only internal KPI. You have to have the customer's voice built into that. So this has evolved over the period of time. I mean, you used to have customer satisfaction. Then Mr. Fred Russell came and he coined, along with Bain and Company, the Net Promoter Score. That became the next new rage. It is still a rage. That it has endured for so much time shows that it's a robust KPI. So it's about like how many promoters you are having over the detractors. Promoters are the people who are going to recommend you, and detractors are who are going to detract you, and the net of that is what is going to be there. But I had the good fortune of meeting Mr. Fred Russell at one of the conferences, and he explained very nicely and patiently, it's evolved to become Net Promoter System. The score itself is of no value. So if you run the Net Promoter score in a Japanese culture, maybe even a 0 to 10 or negative would be quite positive, because they are by culture very not easy to give high scores to themselves or to the service they give. Coming to India, it may be mid, and somewhere maybe it may be very high. So it's like comparing pears, apples and permissions and saying that okay, the same weight or same measurement goes. So we at times benchmark that okay, that NPS is 10 and here it is 50 and I am like 90. I mean,
So how do you really keep thresholds then, benchmarks?
yeah, so the way to do that is to see what are the emerging pain points, not only the scores. Scores are a byproduct. What are the pain points and how well I have mitigated them? So you have to look at a culture of quick wins and big wins. Earlier I was talking about, for example, the continuous improvement. So say if you have managed to make your entire employee force to read the customer comments, that's a big achievement. If you have like given them an app by which they can read 5 positive and 5 negative comments every day, if there are people, management are empowered to send the kudos to the people who have done well, and also maybe check what went wrong here in a gentle way with the people who have not been able to get the customer satisfaction. That brings a culture of awareness. Around that you can have quick wins. Okay, that looks like a quick fix. For example, we had when we launched the Net Promoter Score, since then almost 100 plus quick wins and 30 to 40 projects or so. That became the way of embedding it into the entire organization as a culture. Something as mundane and simple as suppose the agent of the customer has left and it's an orphan policy. Someone is sending their own stamp number or seeing that some contact is there. Of course, the toll-free numbers are there. Everyone will come out with their own wisdom. So that's an important thing.
So like first-time resolution, being in insurance industry, panel customer, first-time resolution, is there any KPI like this, or do you try to keep it?
So we can call it a first call or a first-time resolution. I am not going to mention our numbers. They look very high, and I will not self-praise over there. But what you can do is you can ask a 3-pronged question to the customer, asking whether it was resolved in first time, and took multiple attempts to resolve. That's a very important metric to understand what is the effort. There are many sub-parameters of this customer VOC, like you'll measure the effort score, you will measure the first time resolution score, but we should not get too enamored in the numbers itself. Again, I am warning.
But at least they should give a feeling how customers are feeling, because KPIs are meant to satisfy the customer.
Yes, what you need to see is like you use your driving dashboard to see that I am in the right direction, I am on the right speed. You should use it just to see are there variations, and if there are sudden high variations, what are the reasons? Are there special causes or are there common causes? If there are special causes, then you need to see, okay, is this an acceptable cause? I mean, there may be some seasonality, there may be something which is going through. If there are common causes and you fix them, then that is the best or the most important thing. I mean, there are other things also that you can measure. In insurance industry especially, time is of essence to the customers. When suppose he is waiting for the approval of the hospital to go through the cashless process at the initial approval, and I wish that none of us need to go through a hospitalization process, but if you have gone through, you understand how important or how critical that moment becomes when you have to get the initial approval or the discharge approval. Like with my dad, once I had to wait for multiple hours, and then I understood the importance of that thing. So we are in an industry where it is also very highly regulated. They themselves put up very good stringent parameters of something like 1 hour and 2 hours for the initial and the final discharge approvals. Now, what you may look at a metric around this is not only the percentage adherence, that is whether you are doing 95%, 98%, 97% each according to your own good, but a variation control. And I don't need to preach to the people who are themselves the priests over here. All of you are highly qualified qualitative professionals, but I'm sure each in your own way may be doing the variation control check. The average of 2 hours can come with many having done 10 minutes and many having done 10 hours, or maybe outliers of 2 days also.
No, that's fine, but then how do you integrate your customer voice, basically customer feedback you're talking about, right? Because that is important, into your quality improvement strategy. Very quick, because then we'll be timing out. So.
Okay. So I think we have a good voice of customer program. We partner with someone who is doing it for many leading insurers and who is doing it also for leading brands, and we have one recognition over there. I think there would be 4 pillars. I mean, first of all, we pride ourselves too early sometimes. So we have to see ourselves from the eyes of the customer. See yourselves as the customer does. So your insight program should really go out to everyone, as talking a bit about it, and it should not rest only with the scores, but the testimonials and the negative feedback should be read by you, everyone. So see yourselves as the customer does. Second is decision making should be wired basis what the customer is saying. So wiring customer in every decision is very important. Oftentimes the decisions happen in the boardrooms, and we were hearing earlier also, it's not happening in the market, and you have got fantastic PPTs. Whether that voice is coming there or not, and how is this going to benefit the customer is the question to be asked every time you take big, or for that matter small decisions, especially when you are going to spend the money and you are going to do the strategic planning cycles. Wiring the customer in every decision is very important. Third is the accountability, and accountability at all level, from the front line, someone called it associate, someone called it operator, to the boardroom, to the CEO. So in our organization, we have built this a KPI for everyone, for the 3,000 plus employees, and in a way for the partners also. And it's not only the score, but also very custom built to what they are doing in their role and how they influence the voice of the customer. So that has helped everyone to move in some way with that juggernaut. And then finally is to innovate continuously at scales. Oftentimes we innovate, and then after times it fizzes out after some time. Or sometimes it is also a pressure to deliver something and do a tick box activity. But you have to see the innovation that I did sustains over a long period of time, and it is at a scale. So the pain points that you learn from your NPS or your voice of customer program, and the innovations that you build out of that, that is making the oops moments to aha moments or wow moments, that is something which will show the testimony of your success. So if we can build something around this, that is the success of a voice of customer program.
Thank you so much. So I think we're just on the top of the yeah. We're just talking about the system which you use for voice of customer.
Yeah. We have a system of proactive visits to the customer. So without any feedback taking from them, we go to the customer in fixed intervals of times, and we ask them how can we help for their growth.
Satisfaction surveys.
Yes. Not survey, we talk to them and we take the feedback from them. Also we call the customers to the site for giving the confidence.
So this is a voice of customer. There could be various methodologies to take the feedback. It could be on phone, it could be on form or anything. Yeah, it could be any way. But then this is the way you collect the feedback. There could be methodologies could be different.
Yeah, the same thing we do for internal customers as well.
Okay.
The person who is taking the product will ask, or the supply department will ask the customer.
So how successful is your, because internal customer surveys are there, but taking verbatim feedback is, I haven't heard much.
Yeah. There we find out the pain points. One is already, see, for an established organization, we have all the specifications at every department. But some unspoken requirements will be there, some pain points. So we discuss and settle and see that how SLS are formed and their actions are being.
This is one of the best practices which all of us can learn from.
Yeah, then we develop ambassadors.
Which is your company, sir? Organization?
JK Paper. JK Paper Limited. We produce customers as brand ambassadors. So our products, they propagate that you take JK only, not anybody else. So like that we produce every year 1 or 2 brand ambassadors. So that is how it is done.
Very nice. Thank you. Thank you for your perspective.
I can give you only one statement. You go with the white shirt, have breakfast, get the reactors, come back with the white shirt. It's a totally enclosed system. As I said, that we are making 700 tires per day. Our guest house is inside the plant. You will not hear even a single noise, and tomorrow you are getting 700 tons of tires. I mean all kind of, environmental, apart from regulations, all kind of environmental facilities we are given. It's a world-class company, that's all.
Very intelligent way of getting
I cannot tell more than that. And we should be proud because it is an Indian company. Today you will not believe Tata Hitachi and Caterpillar and Komatsu are our leading customers. They have stopped buying the overseas tire. I will not name the companies. They are big companies, and they start buying PKT tires.
Big clap for
These are all
PKT.
old steel tires. These are steel tires, not these rubber tires. And we are manufacturing tire from 500 grams to 6 tons of tires. One tire being 6 tons. Yes.
With white shirt.
Yes, definitely.
But many of the tire companies are shifting to sustainable replacement of carbon. The silica or the lignin from the old. All
Yeah,
the people started.
not exactly carbon. You can take silica. We are going for biomass silica. We are going for vegetable oil in place of petrochemical oil. I mean, all tire companies working on removing petrochemicals and working for biomass. We also are doing that. That since the system is not being discussed, I am not telling about that.
We'll take one last question because we have time out now. We can take quick answers.
Yeah, madam, my question is to you and to all the panel members. I just came, half an hour before, so I don't know. Your quality is pertaining to only products, or the quality of human life is also considered in this discussion?
You want to answer?
Yes, it's very much because that is why we believe in quality in project life cycle, which eventually going to cater to the end user, which is nothing but a human life. Let's say, as an example, I am saying, let's say if I am constructing an apartment where there is a balcony and that balcony has a railing, and if that railing is not the safe with the design intent, eventually it can happen a fatal incident as well. So, in nutshell, what we are saying that the quality aspect is inbuilt from the product and project life cycle, so that end of the day it safeguards a human life. Hope I am able to answer.
If your workers are not feeling safe, I'm not talking to you only, I'm addressing everybody actually. If your workers are not feeling safe and happy with the precautions the management is taking for their life, so it's very difficult to maintain the quality of the product, final product.
So let me just add over here, I come from Nokia and it's a telecommunication company, so basically a very different vertical, the IT vertical. So for us, people are our own internal customers, but we do take care of them because we do have different regulations, rules and regulations and quality standards following for them. We have various HSE, health, safety, environment, standards which we have to go through the audits. And for us, in any business continuity plan, suppose we had a fire in one of the building, in that case the first priority given to us, made people aware, is people. We are not talking about any other thing. We have to safeguard the people, evacuate the premises. People is the first priority. So even whether it is a health, safety or whatever, we are being taught, the awareness is created and all the regulations are made or processes are made in a way that people are safeguarded first.
It has to be, you are a Finnish company.
Yeah.
And in Finland actually, the dignity of life is very high.
Thank you. And I think for me it was very insightful and interesting discussion. I hope you all enjoyed it, and I'm very, very thankful to all my brilliant panelists over here for sharing their perspectives and values. So one key takeaway which we can take from this insightful discussion is that quality is not a department. And I said, somebody said over here, it's not a one department. Quality is not a department. It's a strategy, it's a vision, and it's a journey. So with different industry perspective which we have heard over here, which was the beauty of this panel session, I think we all understood that quality leads to operational business excellence. So once we all go back to our organization, we must note, we must commit to ourselves, one serious commitment we should take, that what we have to do is to improve every day. Improve every day for customer. And I think that will help in achieving all business excellence which we want to. So thank you everyone over here and wish you all the best and success for your continuous quality journey. Thank you.
And madam, a big thank you to you also,
Thank
because you have handled it very well.
Thank you. Thank you so much.